How to take better photos. Take a look at your phone. Go ahead. Most of you probably have hundreds if not thousands of photos on there. The creation of photography is probably one of the most impactful inventions of our modern times. It's so common that we take them for granted every day. It's because we take them for granted that we probably have never stopped to think about how we actually take better photos. Scrolling through your photo roll on your phone is like taking a digital journey into your past. As Don Draper once said on the show Mad Men, it's your own personal time machine. Because they hold so many details about our lives, it's only fair that we spend just a few minutes to make our future past look as best as we can. Today I will show you a few simple tips on how to take better photos with your cell phone. The number one tip I can give you is to use better light. You've probably heard it before. Photography is all about light, and that's true. It's what makes or breaks a great photo. Forget using the LED in your camera. Natural light is always better than artificial. The best way to get better light is to look for it. Look for the source or where the light shines through. If you're outside, look for shade and turn your subject until their face is lit the brightest. Sometimes in the shade, the best light is not from the sun, but from a bright wall or reflection or even concrete can create great light. If you're indoors, the best light will almost always be the window light. Have your subjects face the window. This will light their faces, creating great lighting that's been diffused. If it's not bright enough, you can always move closer to the window. Notice I didn't say anything about backgrounds. Pretty backgrounds will only look good if they are properly lit. Always look for the light first, and then you can look for a background that matches the light. My second tip is to consider your backgrounds. If you're using a flat background like a wall or maybe a photo booth backdrop, it's important to step a few feet away from the wall. This is primarily because you don't want shadows in your background. Stepping a few feet away will allow the shadows to move or even disappear. But don't worry, stepping a few feet away still keeps your background so that there's the best of both worlds. My final tip is about selfies. Many of you have heard about holding the camera above your head to get the best angle. But why is this method effective in providing a good portrait? It's primarily because you stretch the skin and hides the double chins that most of us have. This angle can even make us look thinner because of the way it stretches the skin and hides most of the neckline. To conclude, it's important to remember that photography is all about light. Use natural light whenever possible. When indoors, look for light or even better, the window light. When outside, look for shade and ensure that the light is even. Make sure to move away from backgrounds to allow the shadows to disappear behind you. And finally, elevate your camera for selfies to stretch out your skin and reduce the dreaded double chin. Keeping these tips in mind will help you take better photos and to help you capture the memories in your phone as well as you remember them in person.